Sha'Carri starts to wind up, but she goes past Jefferson. Sha'Carri Richardson, 10.70.
Sha'Carri Richardson just made history, doing something no American woman has done in 30 years. After years of heartbreak, controversy, and doubt, the sprinting star has risen back to the top, winning 100-meter gold at the World Championships. But this victory is more than just a medal. It's proof of strength, redemption, and resilience. In 2025, Sha'Carri isn't just back, she's unstoppable, and the world is finally seeing her for who she truly is.
Here comes Richardson, the phenomenal freshman, wins the front end of the double. Let's watch the time. 10.75!
Oh my goodness!
Richardson first exploded onto the national scene in 2019 as a freshman at Louisiana State University, LSU. Running 10.75 seconds to break the 100 meters collegiate record at the NCAA championships, she instantly became one of the fastest women in history at just 19 years old. Her flamboyant style, long nails, colorful wigs, tattoos, and undeniable charisma made her an instant fan favorite. By 2021, she was ready to become the next American sprint queen. At the U.S. Olympic trials that year, she blazed to a 10.86-second finish, securing her spot for Tokyo. But joy turned to heartbreak when she tested positive for marijuana shortly after. Sha'Carri revealed she had used cannabis as a way to cope with the recent death of her biological mother. The news triggered a national debate. While marijuana isn't performance-enhancing, it remained on the World Anti-Doping Agency's banned list. Supporters cried foul, citing outdated rules and systemic bias, while others held firm to the regulations. Regardless, Richardson's Olympic dreams were shattered. She wasn't even selected for the 4x100m relay. After the ban, Richardson struggled both on and off the track. Her return at the Prefontaine Classic later that year ended in a disheartening last-place finish. Her brash confidence and social media presence began to draw criticism. Her raw emotions were on full display, sometimes unfiltered, sometimes polarizing. But through all of it, she never stopped believing in herself. Never allow the media, never allow outsiders, never allow anything but yourself and your faith define who you are, Richardson said in a post-race interview. Always fight. No matter what, fight. And fight she did. After missing the 2022 World Championships, she went quiet, focused, and re-emerged stronger in 2023. She began racking up wins and turning heads once again. In April 2023, she ran a wind-assisted 10.57, one of the fastest all-conditions times in history. At the USA Championships that summer, she posted a blistering 10.71 inches the semifinals and then won the final in 10.82. She capped the moment by dramatically ripping off her wig before the race, a symbolic shedding of the past. Richardson carried that momentum into the World Championships in Budapest. The competition was fierce. Her semifinal heat was dubbed the Semifinal of Death, featuring top contenders like Shericka Jackson and Marie-José Talu. A poor start left Richardson trailing in 7th, but she surged to finish 3rd with the fastest time among non-automatic qualifiers, 10.84. That got her into the final, barely. 70 minutes later, lined up in lane 9, a position typically seen as a disadvantage, Richardson was ready. Even with the 3rd slowest start in the field, she accelerated with precision and power, overtaking everyone to win in 10.65 seconds. She beat Jackson by 7 seconds and Fraser-Price by 12. It was a championship record and tied for the fastest legal time in the world that year. When she crossed the line, she looked stunned. Blowing a kiss to the sky and slowly walking to accept her flag, she was met with congratulations from rivals and peers alike. Sha'Carri Richardson had done it. After years of scrutiny and setbacks, she was a world champion. "I'm next to living legends. It feels remarkable," she said. "All the heavy hitters brought their A-game, and that helped me pull out my best A-game too." That same year, she also earned gold in the 4x100m relay and bronze in the 200 meters. Her anchor leg in the relay, clocked at 9.65 seconds, is the fastest ever recorded. Richardson's transformation wasn't just physical. Gone were the colorful wigs and elaborate piercings. While she maintained her signature long nails and bold presence, she embraced a more focused and grounded persona. Her interviews were reflective, her race prep more disciplined, and her mindset razor sharp. "You bring who you are onto the track. You bring your athlete into your life," she said, "so I'm glad I can display who I really am. Not my pain, not my sadness. I'm happy I can sit here and be happy with home and just knowing that it all paid off." Richardson's comeback became even more profound with her performance at the 2024 Olympics in Paris. There, she won silver in the 100 meters, losing narrowly to Julian Alfred of St. Lucia, and anchored the US 4x100 relay team to gold in dramatic fashion. After a shaky handoff, Richardson blasted past her competitors, securing the win and delivering one of the game's most iconic moments. The 2025 season has further solidified her legacy. At the World Championships in Tokyo, she won gold in the 4x100 relay again, alongside Melissa Jefferson-Wooden, Twanisha Terry, and Kayla White. They clocked 41.75 seconds, beating powerhouse teams from Jamaica and Germany. What makes Richardson's journey even more compelling is her backstory. Raised in Dallas by her grandmother, Betty Harp, and an aunt who was a former track athlete, Richardson was a child prodigy. She won 5 Texas state championships in high school and dominated the AAU and Junior Olympic circuits before shining at LSU. Yet her life off the track has been anything but easy. She has openly shared her struggles with mental health, abandonment, grief, and even an abusive relationship. In high school, she attempted suicide. Running became her refuge, her way of coping, and her path to healing. Despite her fame, Richardson has never shied away from being vulnerable. She's spoken candidly about the pain of losing her mother, the trauma of being thrust into the spotlight, and the weight of being a black woman navigating fame and scrutiny in America. Every athlete has a story, but few are as painful or as compelling as Richardson's, wrote one reporter. Her resilience is especially admirable in a world that often demands perfection from its public figures. While NBA stars like Kevin Love and DeMar DeRozan were applauded for discussing mental health, Richardson showed her pain in real time, warts and all. And that rawness, that refusal to hide, is part of what makes her so important. Today, Richardson is more than just one of the fastest women alive. She is a symbol of resilience, authenticity, and perseverance. She represents a new era in track and field, one that values individuality as much as excellence. Her story reminds us that greatness often comes not in spite of adversity. "It's always been my time," she said. "But now it's my time to actually do it for myself, and the people that felt like me, and the people that look like me, and the people that know their truth about themselves as well. I represent those people." Sha'Carri Richardson isn't just a comeback story, she's a revolution, and she just did what no US woman had done in 30 years, and she did it her way. As we look ahead to more races, more records, and more headlines, one thing is certain: the world isn't just watching Sha'Carri, they're inspired by her. From a teenage prodigy to a global icon, from heartbreak to history, Sha'Carri Richardson's journey is far from over, but it's already legendary.
Sha'Carri Richardson, but it doesn't matter as she starts to wind up Tamara Davis on the inside, but Sha'Carri looks over 1080.
Sha'Carri Richardson stood on stage at a press conference. She had just won the World Championship in Tokyo. Everyone expected her to talk about defending her title. Then she revealed a new role nobody saw coming. The fastest woman in the world was no longer just an athlete. Sha'Carri Richardson joined the Athlos Track and Field League as a founding owner-advisor in May 2025. The announcement came from Athlos founder Alexis Ohanian on Thursday, the 29th of May 2025. Richardson becomes one of 3 athletes holding ownership stakes and advisory roles in the new team-based women's track league set to debut in 2026. Fellow sprinter Gabby Thomas and long jumper Tara Davis-Woodhall also became owner-advisors of the league. The trio represents Olympic medal winners and world champions who will shape the league's future while maintaining their competitive careers. The move transforms Richardson from athlete to power player in professional track and field. Ohanian, the Reddit co-founder, created Athlos to provide better compensation and opportunities for female track athletes. He also holds ownership stakes in women's soccer teams, Angel City and Chelsea, and is married to tennis legend Serena Williams. His investment portfolio demonstrates commitment to women's sports. Ohanian stated, "Gabby, Sha'Carri, and Tara represent a new generation of athletes who have put this sport on their shoulders and deserve to be compensated for being the standard bearers. We were focused on bringing them into the league as founding owners to ensure we're building a league that our athletes will love." Richardson told ESPN, "I take pride in doing what is right for people. Joining Athlos as an advisor owner gives me the opportunity to create something that genuinely empowers people both on and off the track." The statement reflected her vision for athlete empowerment beyond competition. The equity amount each athlete holds was not disclosed. However, Athlos CMO Kayla Green explained the decision to include athletes as owners. We're really at that stage of taking those steps to make sure that as we're building this vision and the details around the vision, that we're doing it with the athletes at the center, she said in a phone interview. The first Athlos event took place in September 2024 in New York City and featured 35 athletes. The prize purse totaled $500,000, with 10% of proceeds distributed to athletes. The inaugural event attracted 3 million viewers across YouTube, ESPN+, ESPN2, DAZN, and Twitter divided by X. The attendance and viewership demonstrated demand for women's track competition. A second standalone event occurred at New York's Icon Stadium on the 10th of October 2025, before the new league format launches. The 2025 event featured 42 women competing across 6 track events and 1 field event. Winners received $60,000 in prize money plus Tiffany & Co. crowns. Athletes were paid instantly via Cash App while speaking to media, contrasting sharply with payment delays at rival competitions. The 2026 Athlos League will operate as a team-based model debuting after the World Athletics season concludes. The league will feature multiple meets hosted in major cities, culminating in a final championship event at season's end. The structure differs from traditional track meets by creating team competition and season-long narrative. Richardson did not compete at the October 2025 Athlos event despite her ownership role. She announced on Instagram that she would attend for fan meet and greet activities instead. Although I'm not running, I'm definitely showing up for our track fans. I'll meet you at the Fan Zone Plaza for what will be an epic night of women dominating the track. See you there, Richardson posted. Richardson appeared at the Times Square long jump qualifying event on the 9th of October 2025, the night before the main stadium competition. She was photographed with Davis Woodhall and other athletes at the historic event. Her presence generated publicity for Athlos despite not racing. Richardson's 2025 season featured mixed results. She finished 5th in the 100-meter final at the Tokyo World Championships in September. She then anchored Team USA's 4x 100-meter relay to gold. Earlier in the season, she dealt with injury setbacks that limited her competitive schedule. The Olympic silver medalist from Paris 2024 won World Championship gold in the 100 meters and 4x 100-meter relay at the 2023 World Championships in Budapest. She attempted to repeat that success at the 2024 Paris Olympics, but finished second behind Julian Alfred of Street Lucia in the 100-meter final. Richardson's role as owner advisor positions her to influence league decisions while competing. The dual role represents a shift in athlete power within professional track and field. Athletes traditionally had limited input in competition formats, prize money structures, and scheduling decisions. The timing proves strategic as Michael Johnson's Grand Slam track faces $19 million in debt and payment delays to athletes. Grand Slam track held 3 meets in 2025 before canceling its season-ending Los Angeles event due to financial strain. Athletes waited months for prize money and appearance fees. Athlos's instant payment system and growing prize purses contrast with Grand Slam track's struggles. The October 2025 Athlos event also featured a $250,000 world record bonus, offering additional incentive for elite performances. The financial commitment demonstrates Ohanian's backing and long-term vision. Confirmed star athletes for Athlos events include Faith Kipyegon, Keely Hodgkinson, Marilyde Paulino, Masai Russell, Kayla White, Brittany Brown, and Melissa Jefferson Wooden. The roster represents Olympic champions and world record holders across sprints, middle distance, and hurdles. The 2025 Athlos event expanded to include long jump, with Davis Woodhall dominating the competition. She won with 7.13 meters at Icon Stadium after winning the Times Square qualifying round with 6.81 meters. The field event edition broadens Athlos beyond pure track racing. Singer Ciara performed at the October 2025 event, adding entertainment value. Richardson met Ciara backstage and participated in social media content promoting Ciara's song, Run It Up. The entertainment integration reflects Athlos's goal to make track meets festival-like experiences. Serena Williams presented Tiffany crowns to event winners, bringing celebrity presence to the competition. Williams's involvement through her marriage to Ohanian provides mainstream attention track and field rarely receives. The production value and atmosphere distinguished Athlos from traditional meets. Richardson spoke about her new role in an Athlos Instagram interview. This 2025 season, I am excited to continue to push the limits on what it is that I can do, she said. She emphasized creating paths for future generations and using her platform to transform the sport. The 25-year-old sprinter has advocated for mental health awareness and addressed discrimination against Black and brown athletes. Her public profile extends beyond athletics into social justice and athlete rights. The Athlos ownership role amplifies her influence in these areas. Richardson's Nike endorsement deals and brand campaigns in 2025 maintained her visibility despite limited competitive success. Her marketability stems from personality, style, and cultural impact beyond race results. The combination makes her valuable as both competitor and league ambassador. The team-based format for 2026 creates new dynamics in track and field. Athletes will compete for team championships rather than individual glory alone. The structure could foster rivalries and storylines that engage casual fans unfamiliar with athlete backstories. Ohanian admitted Athlos likely operated at a loss in both 2024 and 2025. He indicated willingness to accept losses as the league establishes itself. The long-term investment approach contrasts with Grand Slam track's apparent need for immediate financial viability. Richardson's transition from pure competitor to owner advisor represents broader athlete empowerment trends. Athletes increasingly seek equity stakes and decision-making power rather than just prize money. The shift reflects lessons from other sports where athletes built ownership positions. The 2026 season will test whether the team format resonates with fans and athletes. Success requires balancing individual star power with team narratives. Richardson, Thomas, and Davis Woodhall must help design competition structures that showcase talent while creating compelling team competition. Richardson's involvement provides credibility and star power critical for launch success. Her social media following and cultural relevance extend Athlos' reach beyond traditional track fans. The league needs mainstream attention to justify its prize purses and production costs. Surgery, months on the sidelines, doubts from fans and experts alike. That was Brittany Brown's reality after laparoscopic surgery in December. But Friday night at Icon Stadium, she proved the skeptics wrong and reminded the world why she's a force to be reckoned with.
Sears now emerging, trying to race with Brittany Brown, and Brown's going to get it at the line as she ran a very great back half of the...
Brittany Brown won both the 100 meters and 200 meters at the Athlos NYC meet on Friday, the 10th of October 2025. She clocked 10.99 seconds in the 100 meters and 21.89 seconds in the 200 meters. The 200-meter time established a new personal best for Brown, improving on her previous fastest mark. The double victory earned her $120,000 in total prize money. Brown underwent laparoscopic surgery in December 2024 that forced her off the track for several months. The procedure kept her away from full training until late in the 2025 season. She competed in only her second 100-meter race of the year when she won at Athlos. The limited racing schedule demonstrated the impact surgery and recovery had on her competitive calendar. In the 100-meter final, Brown exploded at the halfway mark and held on through the final meters. She defeated American compatriot Jacia Sears by just 0.02 of a second. Sears finished in 11.01 seconds, while Kayla White placed third in 11.22 seconds. The race featured a wind reading of 1.4 meters per second. Brown admitted surprise at her 100-meter victory. "I was more shocked at the 100 meters win because that was only my second 100 meters of the year," she told reporters after the race. The 200 meters, it was more like, "That's my baby." I was still shocked, but it was less of a shock. The comments revealed her closer connection to the longer sprint despite winning both events. The 200-meter Olympic bronze medalist from Paris 2024 returned to the track approximately 1 hour later for the longer sprint. She dominated from start to finish, winning by a significant margin. An Avia Battle finished second in 22.21 seconds, while Marie-Josie Ta-Lou Smith of Côte d'Ivoire placed third in 22.65 seconds. The wind reading measured 1.9 meters per second. Brown's 21.89-second performance broke the Icon Stadium record previously held by legendary Jamaican sprinter Veronica Campbell-Brown. The time also established an Athlos meet record for the 200 meters. Running a personal best in mid-October demonstrated exceptional form at the end of a disrupted season. The American sprinter pocketed $60,000 for each victory, totaling $120,000 from the meet. Each event winner at Athlos NYC also received a Tiffany & Co. crown as an additional prize. Tennis legend Serena Williams, wife of Athlos founder Alexis Ohanian, presented the crowns to winners. Brown's $120,000 payday surpassed her combined earnings from other major competitions in 2025. She won the Diamond League 200-meter title in Zurich earlier in the season, earning $70,000. At the Tokyo 2025 World Championships, she finished 6th in the 200-meter final and earned $7,000. Her single Athlos performance paid more than her Diamond League and World Championships earnings combined. Athletes at Athlos NYC receive payment instantly via Cash App while speaking to media after their races.